So when a white belt, a new person comes in here, first day person, how do you kind of introduce them into jiu-jitsu?
Well, I mean, here's the thing: is like, first you need to start somewhere. So like, you need to start at a fixed point. So it's not like I start throwing all these concepts at people day one. Like, first I'm gonna teach them how to connect to somebody, create a grip, or manage distance with a frame. You know, something that they can use as their footing to then try to understand other things. I think there's two ways to attack this. I mean, positionally, I usually start people with escape, survival in a position, escapes, retention. From retention, it's usually half guard because that's the next position they're being forced into, like getting out of half guard and smash positions. And then maybe like some closed guard, and then work towards open guard and sweeping and top position. So, because I want to give them material to work in the positions they'll be in the most when they train. So that's the positional aspect. Conceptually, you just want them to understand the core concepts, like connection and base, distance, posture, structure, order of operations. So I try to explain these concepts once they've understood a few moves, and then they can start to express those concepts through the moves that they understand, and that becomes a basis for them understanding more moves. I've heard a lot of good coaches describe it like language. How like you need words and those are your moves, but there's usually more than one word to express a certain idea, and to string together sentences you're going to need command of more than just words, Yeah. So we start with words though, because you can't do anything without them, but then eventually it's going to require more tools for you to string together sentences that when we talk about expressing ourselves, you want to be able to express yourself in jiu-jitsu, and most people think they're expressing themselves by attaching themselves to the first technique they could use. I think that's just taking something and kind of applying it to yourself, or making a connection between yourself and that thing, but you don't know if that's what you would do if you had more choices. So I think you collect some words, you learn how to string sentences together, and at that point you can really express yourself.
How long into training do you think guys should start competing? Like, how soon should people start competing, I guess, in your opinion?
In grappling, I think as soon as they know how to protect themselves, I think it's fine. People are different. And for the person who really wants to compete, like I was like that. I did jiu-jitsu 3 months and I competed, And as long as I'm confident that student is going to tap if they need to tap, I'm comfortable with them trying to compete and seeing what that brings them.